The rain had stopped outside Naomi's apartment, leaving the city wrapped in the glossy quiet that follows a storm. Inside, every screen in the room glowed. Naomi had not slept. 7 versions of human history still filled her monitors, each slightly different from the others, like reflections in warped mirrors. Across the Atlantic, Elias Navarro sat in his office in Seville, the morning sun creeping slowly across the ancient stone walls of the archive building. Their video call window sat in the corner of Naomi's screen. The connection crackled slightly with distance, but Elias's calm voice carried clearly. "Your archives confirm the same discrepancies." Naomi nodded. "Every one of them, my offline copies, match your earlier versions exactly." She gestured toward the screen filled with timelines. "That means the changes didn't happen in databases." Elias finished the thought quietly. "They happened to reality." For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Elias leaned toward his keyboard. "I have been running a monitoring script since our conversation began," he said. "What does it monitor?" Naomi asked. "Live updates across several historical databases and news archives. If another anomaly occurs, it will flag it instantly." Naomi rubbed her eyes. "So we wait for another monolith?" "Yes." The word hum in the air between them. Naomi glanced toward the world map on her wall again. Colored pins marked every known monolith appearance. 7 pins. 7 timeline variations. Her stomach tightened. "What if they appear randomly?" she asked. Elias shook his head. "They do not appear randomly." He turned his screen toward the camera. A map appeared. Lines connected the monolith locations in a complex geometric network stretching across the globe. The shape looked almost organic, like a circuit or a lock mechanism. "The pattern suggests a system activating piece by piece," Elias said. "Then when the next one activates?" Naomi asked. Before Elias could answer, both of their computers chimed at the same time. A sharp alert tone. Elias turned immediately to his monitoring dashboard. Naomi opened a news feed. The headline appeared across multiple websites simultaneously. "Strange metal monolith discovered in Turkish mountain region." Naomi's pulse jumped. "That's new," she said. Elias was already typing. "Yes," he said quietly. "It appeared less than 20 minutes ago." Naomi opened the article and quickly archived the page into her offline storage. The photograph filled her screen. Another tall metal pillar, smooth, featureless, standing in a rocky field under pale morning light. Her archive completed the capture. "Stored," she said. Elias nodded. "Now we watch." The seconds passed slowly. Naomi felt the strange tension of waiting for something invisible. Somewhere thousands of miles away, a silent monolith stood beneath the open sky, and if their theory was correct, it was about to change the world. Then Elias's screen flashed. "Anomaly detected," he said. Naomi sat upright. "What changed?" Elias opened a database entry. "Historical record." "Which one?" Elias hesitated. "That is unusual." "What?" Naomi asked. He turned the screen so she could see it. A familiar photograph appeared. The famous Apollo 11 moon landing image. Astronauts standing beside the American flag on the lunar surface. Naomi blinked. "I've seen that picture 1,000 times." "Yes," Elias said, "and so have I." He opened the chronology mirror version beside it. Naomi leaned closer. Her breath caught. The astronaut in the mirrored archive stood slightly differently. The flag was positioned at another angle. Even the shadow across the lunar dust was different. 2 versions of the same historic moment. Naomi whispered, "That's impossible." Then something else happened. Right before her eyes, the live version of the image flickered, just for a fraction of a second. Then it changed again. The astronaut's arms shifted position. The flag moved slightly. Naomi felt a chill run down her spine. "Did you see that?" Elias nodded slowly. "Yes." They had just watched a moment of history rewrite itself live. Across every connected system in the world, Naomi checked her offline archive. Her version remained unchanged. The earlier image still existed, the previous reality preserved.
Outside her apartment window, the city moved as normal cars passed. People walked along the sidewalk, completely unaware that the past had just shifted beneath their feet. Naomi turned back to Elias, her voice barely above a whisper. "They're not correcting small things." Elias finished the thought grimly. "They are adjusting the timeline itself." He zoomed the map out again.
The monolith in Turkey blinked on the screen as a new red marker. The geometric pattern grew larger, more complete. Naomi stared at it. A thought slowly formed in her mind. If every monolith activates another correction, she looked up at Elias. How many corrections are left before the system finishes? Elias did not answer right away. Instead, he pulled up a projection model on his screen. The geometric pattern rotated slowly, nodes lighting up across the planet. Finally, he spoke. "If my calculations are correct." He pointed to a massive empty region at the bottom of the map. Antarctica. The final activation point is here. At that exact moment, deep beneath miles of Antarctic ice, ancient machinery shifted for the first time in thousands of years, and something inside the buried structure began to wake.